Hi guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine, and I am live from Horn Lake, Mississippi with Mr. Brayden Splawn. They call him T-Rex, and believe me, there is a reason for it. We'll get into that here in just a few minutes, but let's get to know Brayden, shall we? Brayden, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old. I turned 13 June 17th.
Oh, you have a birthday coming up soon. Let's see what we can do about that. Maybe we won't embarrass you like we did Blake over in Rica. While we were over in Rica, ladies and gentlemen, it during our Battle of the Junior Champions, it just happened to be our tournament director for South Haven Rec's birthday, Blake Johnson, and the entire staff and the entire bar sang him happy birthday on that Saturday. Probably the reason why he missed that first ball. Just kidding, kiddo. Just kidding, Blake. Don't shoot me. Anyway, let's get into it. How long have you been playing pool, Brayden?
I got into it about a year ago. I always used to play around a little bit, but now I got into it seriously about a year ago.
Okay. So, what was your first experience like walking into a pool room for the first time?
It was kind of weird. It was a lot of adults, and I felt a little uncomfortable. But then I saw a couple kids like Blake and stuff, and it kind of it seemed cool. And then ever since then, I just been wanting to go back, and I just started going.
How many hours are you putting into your schedule right now practicing? Every time I'm at the rec, you're there from the moment I get there until the moment I leave. So you're clocking a lot of pool time. How many hours do you think you're getting in during the school year? Because you guys just finished with school, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I would say about 40 hours a week, maybe.
So you're putting in 8 hours a night, at least 5 days a week.
Maybe, yes, ma'am.
Okay, not bad. So are you playing in a league right now?
APA league, yes, ma'am.
APA. Are you playing out of South Haven or are you playing out of Memphis?
I'm playing out of South. They have it the first Sunday of every month in South Haven Direct.
Okay. So how many juniors do you have currently registered?
This is decent, maybe 20, 15.
That's pretty good. That's not bad out of that area. That's not bad. And if any of you guys are aware, I spend quite a bit of my time over in the state of Mississippi, and mostly at the rec. I've also spent quite a bit of time down in South Mississippi around the Dockery Grill in Michael's 43. Brayden plays out of South Haven Rec, which is an up and coming little hotspot for our junior players. Nicole and Andy Warren have been extremely kind to let my juniors just kind of take over their little pool room. So huge shout out to South Haven Rec. Well, let's see. How often do you get to travel? Is it the rec the only place you're playing currently?
I mean, I go to different places. There's another pool hall in South Haven, and then I go to Grenada sometimes. But now that my other sports have kind of chilled down, I'm traveling more and going to St. Louis and Kentucky and stuff. So.
Okay. So he's heading over to Rail Yard, and I believe is it outside of Glasgow, Kentucky? It's on the other side, I think, near Louisville, I believe.
Yeah.
And,
yes, sir.
And they're having a big kids tournament that has banks, 9-ball, and if I'm not badly mistaken, some one pocket. You'd have to contact D. Atkins. He has that info. So if any of my juniors are watching tonight, contact D or check out Rail Yard Billiards and see if they've put up a flyer. That will be the week before the JIC tour. So let's move on forward. Are you currently enrolled in school or are you being homeschooled?
I'm currently enrolled in Horn Lake Middle School.
Okay. Well, big shout out to Horn Lake Middle. Thank you so much for teaching our juniors. I'm really big into education, ladies and gentlemen, and it's very that's one of my rules. In order to play in my tournaments, you have to be able to show me that you're doing well in school. Education's a must. It's a must. You can't live off pool alone, guys. You just can't. Okay, let's get to know Brayden. So, Brayden, you've traveled over to Grenada, Mississippi. I believe that's called Sports Center. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And where else in South Haven are you? I mean, yes, where else in South Haven are you playing?
I play at the Survey Pew sometimes.
Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad. I've not quite been over to Silver Q. I'll need to get by there. I usually hang out at Nikki's when I'm on location. And your hometown is Horn Lake, Mississippi?
Yes, ma'am.
Horn Lake is about, what, 10, 20 minutes outside of South Haven?
Yes, ma'am. Just hop on the interstate and we just go. So
All
it's
right.
not that far away.
Awesome. And what is your APA ranking right now?
Currently I'm a 6th in junior APA.
Awesome. Awesome. Do you have a favorite game that you play?
Non-ball, I would say, because I play it a lot.
Mm-hmm. He plays really well, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let this kid fool you. He plays pretty strong. What other games do you play besides 8-ball and 9-ball?
Well, sometimes I play snooker with Blake just to
You
have
play snooker on the short table?
Yes, man. I play snooker, one pocket, bank sometimes, and 10-ball.
10-ball. Awesome. I love it. I love it. You have to be a well-rounded pool player these days and age. You never know what's going to come up. You never know.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said you've only been playing for about a year, roughly?
Well, I just hit a year this summer. Well, I started last summer, so.
Okay, that's when I met you. I think I met you last summer. You came for our Juniors Rumble event. And you played pretty decent back then, too. You've come a long way. Come a long way. Proud of you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. After high school, do you intend on furthering your education?
Yes, ma'am. If I'm not on a baseball field or a pool, I'm probably gonna try to become a journalism and interview people on ESPN and stuff, so I can still meet all the pro athletes.
Awesome. He's after my job, guys. Oh my gosh. We'll get you a blonde wig. You'll do fine. You'll do just fine. No? He's got the cutest curly hair, guys. He does. Now, I don't know if I could rock a mullet at my age, though. Let's see. Who has been your biggest motivator and support system?
I would say my parents. My parents and like my Blake and stuff, because like Blake kind of got me into it because like I'm a junior and I just like kind of followed him as like another junior standpoint. So.
Awesome. Mr. Johnson, we appreciate you helping our juniors out, sir. Awesome. Who is your favorite professional player and why?
Feder Gorst. I like him because it shows that at a young age you can kind of start getting into pro pool playing and stuff, and he's kind of young, so I like him a lot.
You couldn't ask for a better person. He is an upstanding young man, and he is going places for sure. Couldn't pick a better one. Good pick. What has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
I would say probably placing very high in a high pockets tournament with about 60 players. I beat the Arkansas State champ.
Awesome.
And winning like at least over 10 tournaments at the Ric. So.
Okay. So you're out there. So yes, if there are any sponsors looking to sponsor a young man, hit me up. I've got a whole docket full of junior players that play pretty strong. So if you guys are looking to sponsor any juniors, let me know.
Yes,
just contact me. We have Mr. Splawn here, plays really, really well out of South Haven Rec, and it's only up from here. He's only 12, ladies and gentlemen. He's only 12. And moving on along, what has been your biggest lesson so far?
I'm still working on it, but to like try to stay humble, win or lose.
That's the hardest lesson, I think, for anybody. It's not just you. It's all of us learning how to lose. Winning is easy, but learning how to accept that loss and shake that hand with a smile on your face and mean it, completely different thing. But you learn that. That comes with age and patience, and you're well on your way. I've not so far seen you throw your cue across the room, and I've seen some adults do that. So you're one step ahead of them. Moving on along. What is one tournament you would like to attend and why?
I would say Iron City Billiards.
Okay. You're talking about the big time on the road?
Yes, ma'am.
I wonder why.
Because just I like how they're letting juniors in there, even though they're really like iffy about it. But I love how like they're letting juniors in there and letting them get their name out there. And plus, there's a like a lot of competition there, like 300 players and stuff like that. So I feel like getting out there and getting there will just build my confidence and playing. So,
You've got a good head on your shoulders, Brayden. Very impressed, sir.
yeah.
And if you guys are wondering what he's talking about the infamous Big Time Show on the Road. They have a Facebook, so if you guys are curious about that, you can look that up on Facebook. They are currently playing out of Iron City Billiards in Iron City, which is in Birmingham, Alabama, just outside of Leeds.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How many hours a week do you, we already discussed that. You said you're playing 7 days a week, at least 4 hours a day. So awesome. Have your grades ever suffered from your tournaments or practices? You have more than one thing that you do, right? It's not just pool. What else are you doing?
I play baseball competitively and for my high school. So, and
Awesome.
I learned how to juggle it. I struggled early on, but when I started catching up, it just went up from there, and my grades got way better than what they were. So
Okay. All right. So you're also tackling what you were playing football during the fall, or
yes,
just
ma'am.
baseball? Football and baseball?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Very well rounded. Landon Hollingsworth actually does a little bit of everything as well. So you fit right in there with that mold of sports junkies. You guys are sports junkies. Do you feel that the junior players have the support that they need?
I believe they have a lot of the support, but I think it would be better if like these pool halls that don't like let us go in there. If they let us go in there, I feel like we can get our name out easier and faster. And I believe that it could just be better, well rounded for these juniors that are up and coming because, the adults are kind of going out and the juniors are coming up. So
That's right. We've got to move over. You kids are well on your way.
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you currently have a practice regime?
I do drills to like get warmed up, but
Is there
after that,
anything in particular? Is there a particular person that you mimic your drills after?
I would say Shane Robinson.
Okay.
He's a really good player at a Southampton Rec, and he
Okay.
plays everywhere else too.
All
And
right.
he's also my coach. So
Okay. Is he over there pointing at you?
no.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this young man personally. Like I said, I spend a whole lot of time out at South Haven, and most of these junior players are just like my own children. So we have a unique camaraderie. Let me get my word out between us. How have you handled the pressures associated with pool? Let's start off with the physical aspect. Do you feel like, because sometimes those nights draw into early 2 o'clock in the morning over at the rec. So how are you handling that physically?
It's kind of hard, but like for me, like when I'm up there and just shooting, it's just there, and I don't look at the time. I look at the time out when I leave is about when I look at the clock. So
Okay. And what about psychologically? That's a lot of time. Do you usually take a break and just kind of walk around or do something different to get your head right?
when I'm struggling, like on a match when I'm like down a lot, maybe I tend to go in the bathroom and just splash some water on my face and breathe and get it good, and then usually I come out and shoot stronger than I usually ever do. So
Good job. Good job. There was a Filipino player back 20 years ago out of Huntsville, Alabama. That was his thing. He would tell us, you need to refocus, so go wash your hands, splash some water on your face, and then forget about it when you walk out of the bathroom. So, good job. Good job. Moving on along. If you could fast forward 10 years, where do you see yourself?
I'd say on a pool table or a baseball field professionally.
I agree with you there. What advice would you give newcomers to the game of billiards?
Just focus on your fundamentals and don't let a loss destroy you.
Good advice. Very good advice. If you could speak with someone with unlimited funds and they could provide, say, 50 grand, and they said, Brayden, I'm going to hand you this money, but you cannot spend it on yourself, what would you do with that money?
I would start like you said 50 grand. I thought, yeah, okay.
We usually do unlimited funds, but we're peeling off 50 grand for you.
Okay.
For you specifically, but you have to use it in the billiards community and not for yourself.
Okay, so like I would like maybe like make a little pool hall and then like focus mainly on juniors there and just give the juniors the support they had. But my unlimited idea, I'm just saying anyway. My
You
unlimited
go
idea
right ahead.
was like if I had unlimited funds, I would like maybe like build a university, a billiards university only, and like you play tournaments, and then the winners get a full ride scholarship to the university.
Sounds good. That's a good use for that money. Very good use for that money. Okay. So, question, Mr. Splawn. So, South Haven Rec has won a spot in our state qualifiers. We had the Dockery Grill host one last year. Now the Rec's hosting one. What do you expect to see out of the Rec for that tournament?
I expect to see a lot of of juniors in there, and I think it's going to be a very good environment, especially for the workers. They're good, and they work really hard. So, and the owners work really hard to put this all together. And if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be able to happen. So,
good job, good job. And what is it like having a junior tournament director out of the Rec? I mean, most places you don't have a junior running a pool tournament. What's it like having one?
I think it's good because you can get I feel like if a junior tournament director is a junior tournament director, I think that they can bring in more juniors than adults can because if there's a junior tournament director, some people think oh, so that's junior friendly and stuff, and I think it's really good for the environment and to put on tournaments and stuff.
Okay, so is Blake doing a good job over there? Be honest now.
Yes, he's doing.
He's probably sitting there going, I'm going to kill her.
He runs a man, shoots good in him, so.
That he does. Absolutely. We couldn't ask for a better tournament director out of that area. Okay, Brayden. Well, if no one has any questions for our young gun out of the South Haven area, do you have any announcements? What's going on at the Rec coming up that you would like to get out there? Is there something that you guys host normally a tournament once every 3 months for juniors or every 6 months, but you also have a weekly tournament. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. We have a weekly tournament. Every Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m. $10 buy-in and $10 stop pot optional. I've been doing pretty good in them. I won. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I won Friday and then got second Saturday. So.
Okay, so you're running them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or just Friday and Saturday?
Sunday I go shoot at Surgery Q, and Wakely they put on a tournament at the Rec Sunday, and I that last week I didn't do too good, but it was decent for the first tournament. We had about 20 players, so.
Okay, all right. So if you guys are in the South Memphis area around South Haven Rec, you will catch Brayden on a table out there at least on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Well, we appreciate it, Brayden. We appreciate you coming out and spending some time with us and giving us your insight on what it's like to play pool out of the South Haven area. And we will see you in a couple of weeks for the Battle of the Junior Champions qualifier. Good luck, and we hope you get you a seat.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great night, kiddo. We'll see you soon.
Okay.
As I always say, every child deserves an opportunity to do what it is that they love, regardless of whether it's pool or being a journalist. I never thought that would be my dream, but it ended up being my dream, and that's what I do. So if you would like to help sponsor a child, please contact me or Eddie Altman or Inside Pool Magazine on details on how to help us and our juniors with the Junior Billiard Scholarship Fund. Well, this is the Diva signing out. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time here on Inside Pool Magazine's Billiard Talk Juniors Edition. Have a great night, everybody.